We are Baltimore. We are San Diego.
Last night, a little bit of a crazy night here in Phoenix in extra innings. Couple of big plays from the Padres defensively. Amarista and Jerko keeping the game tied and putting Justin Upton in position to make the big play. The big hit, home run in extras. A 6-4 win for the Padres last night. A 12-inning victory. And that sets us up for Mother's Day in the big leagues. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Game 4 of the 4-game series between the Padres and the Diamondbacks from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Padres have taken the last 2 games of this series. The Diamondbacks took Game 1 on Thursday night. Welcome inside the booth with Mark Grant. I'm Jesse Agler. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. A special day around the big leagues.
It sure is, and you get that special feeling on Mother's Day. I want to wish my mom, Sue Grant, back in Joliet, Illinois, happy Mother's Day. And let's face it, I had a great mom. She was always there to dry the tears, encouragement. She was your first love. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Absolutely. All right, we know another mother who's watching today is Jane Kashner, Andrew Kashner's mom, back home in Texas. If you didn't know, she was diagnosed with leukemia last year. It's been a battle for Jane Kashner, but she is at home today watching this ball game that her son is going to start.
I think it's going to be a really unique day. Very special for not just me, but like my whole family. You know, and pitching on Mother's Day and hopefully having all our family together.
It'll be pretty neat to watch him play on Mother's Day. Kind of a tribute to what I've gone through, maybe.
I never thought I'd see my mom again, to be honest. So I think it's one of those things you just have to cherish every moment that you have with your family.
We're thinking about Jane Kashner, and you know Andrew Kashner is doing the same. He's out on the mound. You see his last 4 starts against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Great numbers, both ERA and batting average against. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the moms in our lives. Matt Kemp and his mom. What a great relationship he has. Chris Budden has more on the bond between the Padre outfielder and his mother right after this.
Mother's Day. This holiday has always been a special one for Major League Baseball as they raise awareness for breast cancer and the players get to pay tribute to their mothers. Matt Kemp has a very special relationship with his mom, Judy. She raised him as a single mother in Oklahoma. Matt says he would not be where he is today without all her hard work and her support.
She was working 2 jobs. She went to school. She sacrificed a lot for me growing up. You know, I had my grandparents as well. I had a lot of family members help me, you know, grow up. My mom was basically the one I was with all the time, and she's one of my heroes as well.
I've seen him, you know, mature into this great young man that every parent wants their child to be like that, and that's what he's become. He's become giving, sincere. I mean, I can't ask for a better son. So he's my hero. I'm flattered that he says that I'm his hero, because, I mean, I just did what I thought I needed to do to raise him to be the man that he is right now.
What a special relationship, and you can bet Judy is watching her son Matt today as we pay tribute to all the heroes, to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day, and as the Padres pay tribute to them, trying to make Mom proud on this special Sunday. We've got first pitch coming up from Chase Field when we return.
And it's strike 3 called. Gets the red, makes the catch, no big deal. Runner goes from first, and that's a line drive pump by Jerko. A double play. He hammers it to left field, and it gives the Padres the lead. Quite a night last night here in Phoenix. Now some day baseball in the desert. Roof is open and a beautiful 81 degrees. With Mark Grant and Chris Budden, I'm Jesse Agler. That was a lot of fun last night.
Jesse, we are going to look back on this season, whether it's August, September, and we're going to go back to our books on a Saturday night back in March, April, May. I'm so excited from last night. That was one of the better games, exciting games, roller coaster games that the Padres took part in. It was great.
Starting lineup brought to you by Toyota. Corey Spangenberg still in the starting lineup. He's at third base today. This is a little bit of a different look. Almonte up last night. He gets the start. Myers at first base again, but he's batting third. A day off for Matt Kemp, the very first this season. Venable in center. Austin Hedges will spell Derek Norris behind the plate.
And on the hill, 28-year-old Daniel Hudson. Scouting report brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Four-seam fastball, changeup, slider. He's got some run to that fastball we just saw there, missing from ball one. He's a swingman. This is his first start in a long time out of the bullpen, so he's getting an opportunity to fill into the rotation for the Diamondbacks.
First start in a long time would be an understatement, as Spangenberg fouls that one down the left field line. His first start since June 26th of 2012. That start in Atlanta was ended when he had some discomfort in his arm. Found out the next day he had torn the ulnar collateral ligament in his right elbow. Went under the knife, Tommy John surgery. And in a rehab start just about a year later, he did it again. And we saw him pitch as a reliever last year in Petco, his first big league game since the second Tommy John surgery, and now his first start since then, again coming against the Padres here today.
And that was a feel-good story when we saw him pitch last year. Very emotional for Daniel Hudson and also his teammates as well.
Corey Spangenberg making his 6th consecutive start for the Padres. We've seen him mostly at second, some at third. That's where he is today. Abraham Almonte called up from AAA El Paso yesterday in the starting lineup for the first time in 2015. 2-2 to Spangenberg, swung on and missed. So Daniel Hudson strikes out the first man he faces here in the top of the first inning. He does that on his own throughout the afternoon. He'll rely on these guys. Defense for the Diamondbacks. Again, some mixing, matching, and shuffling from manager Chip Hale. Peralta, Pollock, Trumbo in the outfield. Hill and Ahmed on the left side of the infield. Pennington and Goldschmidt on the right, with Tuffy Gozawish back behind the plate after Jordan Pacheco got the start in Game 3 of this series last night. Abraham Almonte started 24 games for the Padres last season after he was acquired at the trade deadline. 14 in center field, 10 in left field. Today, he'll start in right field.
Versatile and switch hitter. That's what Buddy Black needs on his lineup after the injury to Yonder Alonso.
That was certainly part of the appeal in calling him up. Another part of the appeal would be the fact that he was really doing very nicely at AAA so far this year. Hitting over 300, 4 homers, 9 doubles. Part of this is a reward for the way he played for the Chihuahuas.
Necessity and reward. Nicely put, Mr. Agler.
He certainly got the ability to push a bunt for a base hit. Misses there, 1-2. With Alonso out, we've seen Myers at first base. And it's going to be interesting to watch how Buddy Black kind of pieces it together for the next few weeks and tries out some different things. Almonte takes, strike 3 called. Daniel Hudson seems to remember how to pitch as a starter. Strikes out the first too many faces, 2 away. And our keys to the game are brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Padres, play for your Madres on this Sunday Mother's Day. And get to the pen early. Daniel Hudson, he's like a 50-60 pitch count. If they can get that pitch count early, get into that bullpen. They used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relievers last night. Take your chances that way.
Yeah, the relievers in this series for the Diamondbacks averaging about 4 runs or 4 innings per game, I should say. Will Myers takes strike 1. First time someone other than Matt Kemp batting in the 3-hole this year.
Essentially 2 days off for Matt Kemp. Today, tomorrow the off day in Seattle. Doesn't mean that Matt Kemp can't come up later in the game and come up with a big hit in a big situation. It's nice to rest the body and the mind for any player.
Yeah, when we say off day, certainly doesn't mean he's not available.
Right.
0-2 to Myers, and just missing outside with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
Hudson's getting through that fastball nicely at 95. Consistently at 95. Kind of straight, though.
1-2 to Myers, and he takes low outside.
A little slider there.
Hudson getting the start today with Archie Bradley on the disabled list after he was hit by a line drive in the face. Scary moment a couple of weeks ago. And
that was nasty.
Opened up an opportunity. 2-2, and Myers hits it hard, but pretty much right at Aaron Hill. The long throw and a good scoop by Goldschmidt. A 1-2-3 inning for Daniel Hudson. Andrew Kastner coming out to pitch the first. battling leukemia back home in Texas. Watching here this afternoon, and earlier this week, she sent a message to her son.
Hey, Andrew. It's Mom. Glad I'm here for Mother's Day, and just looking forward to seeing you pitch that day. I just thank you for the hard work you put into life, and just am very proud of you. And just thanks for all you've done in the last couple of months. It's really enriched my life.
Wonderful that Jane's home with the Cashner family in order to watch Andrew pitch here today. Happy Mother's Day, Jane. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms as Cashner delivers ball one to A.J. Pollock here in the bottom of the first.
Jane Cashner, watching at home, you have a wonderful son. And I think we're in for something special today. So sit back, relax, enjoy a big league ball game.
Pollock hits that one in the air right field. It'll be foul and out of play. Arizona lineup this afternoon brought to you by Hyundai. You see A.J. Pollock at the plate. Trumbo back in there. Goldschmidt, Peralta, Hill in the middle of the order. Seen Ahmed a couple of times in this series. And Daniel Hudson, good hitting pitcher. And a souvenir for the Dave Winfield fan. 2 balls and a strike. Great turnout by the Padres fans here this weekend in Phoenix.
Yeah, when the Padres are doing something well, you hear a lot of cheering going on. Let's go Padres. Future big leaguer taken in a big league game.
Pollock chops the 2-1 foul at the plate. Hedges retrieved it in fair territory, and that's an out. Nope. Third base umpire Greg Gibson's going to come charging in and say it was a foul ball.
Let's see where this ball hits after the ball is struck by Pollock. If it hits him while it's in the box, it's a foul ball. Should give us a good look here. Foul. You know what? I didn't see that ball hit anything.
Me neither. 2-2, just missing. 3 balls and 2 strikes,
That's
and it's on the line.
That's a fair ball.
Tough break for Cashner and Buddy Black. Now a full count, 3-2 to Pollock. Because it looked like it was on the chalk, right, when Hedges picked it up?
I thought the same thing, Jesse. I'll be honest with you, as soon as that happened, I thought the ball did come up and hit him in the box, therefore foul ball. But we have the luxury of replay as we take a look.
Just took a funny spin.
Swing.
Oh, might have got him up on the hip. Hits this one on the ground to second base. Jed Jerko making the start, throws him out, 1 away. And the scouting report for Andrew Cashner.
The big right-hander, the Texan, locate the fastball and don't overthrow. Andrew has a tendency sometimes, and he'll even say this, get amped up a little bit. I'm sure he's got a nice calm going out there today. But locating the fastball is so key. He's got a great changeup. He'll mix in that slider.
Mark Trumbo, one of the big bats for the Diamondbacks, swinging a pink bat this afternoon. Fouls the first pitch from Cashner back. 0-1.
Let's keep an eye on the velocity of Andrew Cashner. He's pretty good around 93 to 95. He can hump it up. He can add a little extra if needed. Be a mathematician out there. Add, subtract.
I see what you did there. 95 that time. 0-2. Trumbo struck out as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning last night. Homered in the first game of the series. Started on Friday as well. Went 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Cashner ahead of him 0-2.
It looked like that changeup from Andrew.
Cash gets a new baseball from Austin Hedges. Pink undershirts, cleats, bats, wristbands. Might see some pink batting gloves. Sprayed foul, out of play. Padres defense is brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Mentioned, a little bit different. Venable in center, Almonte in right. Spangenberg over at third. Jerko back to the starting lineup at second. Third straight start at first base for Will Myers with Austin Hedges behind the plate. Welcome back, Abraham Almonte. 1-2, and Trumbo fouls it back again. 98 that time from Cash.
Adding a little bit more when needed with 2 strikes.
A lot of weapons. 28-year-old making his 7th start of 2015. The record and the ERA do not mesh. 1-5 with a 3.16 earned run average. Two to Trumbo, and a line drive right to Jerko. 2 outs here in the first for Andrew Cashner.
Time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. We're going to talk about Paul Goldschmidt. See the hot zone on Fox Vision? Up, down the middle, up and down, and then down and in. Well, James Shields throws it in the hot zone to Paul Goldschmidt, and he hit the home run. Now, let's go to Kevin Quackenbush. Down and away. Remember the Fox Vision? It wasn't red, it was blue. Goldschmidt does not like down and away. That's exactly where he pitched him for the big strikeout last night.
See how they work him here. And Cashner starts him off with a 96-mile-per-hour fastball up and away. Goldschmidt singled and scored in the 4th inning last night, walked 4 times. And as you just saw, struck out against Quackenbush to end the game. That was quite
great sequence of pitches.
Bad for Quackenbush.
Wasn't it? We don't see Goldschmidt take bad hacks like that very often. They were those in-betweeners.
It was 3-1. And I know a lot of people were thinking, well, you just work around him here, even with the situation as it was.
Right.
2-run lead. You're going to bring the winning run to the plate if you walk him, but he's dangerous. And Quack went right after him and got him. Cashner gets him there, 2-2.
Nice changeup. Down and in. There's the changeup. Stay up on top. That's the big key, and throw it just like your fastball.
Full count now to Goldschmidt. Austin Hedges making his 2nd big league start.
Nice block with 2 strikes too, Jesse.
First time these two working together in a big league game. Got him. Cashner strikes out Goldschmidt with another changeup. A 1-2-3 first inning for Andrew Cashner, getting one of the best hitters in the National League to chase. No score after 1 in Phoenix on Mother's Day. Backs. This afternoon's game is presented in HD by Sony 4K. Justin Upton, Will Venable, and Jed Jerko against Daniel Hudson here in the 2nd. Last night's hero, one of them for the Padres.
There were many.
These guys, not only teammates with the Diamondbacks from 2010 to 2013, as you take a look at the extra inning blast off of Randall Delgado last night. Upton smashing it to left.
We've seen that before. That couldn't have come at a better time.
Great reaction over at first base as well. So yeah, Hudson, Upton played together here with the Snakes. They also grew up playing together in Virginia. Played travel ball together when they were kids. Now facing off against one another in a major league game. 2-1.
Back-to-back pitches inside, trying to move those feet a little bit. He knows that Justin likes to get extended. Saw it last night out of the hand of Delgado. See if he goes a little wrinkled down and away. Hudson likes to throw that changeup as well.
On 2-1, he chases
the wrinkle.
Breaking pitch away, 2-2. Hudson, 28 years old. Good numbers in his career against the Padres, 5-1 with an ERA under 2. Now full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Padre left fielder. Payoff pitch, and Upton tips it into goes-a-wish mitt. 1 away and 3rd strikeout for Daniel Hudson. Will Venable with 1 out, nobody aboard.
Center fielder, number 25.
Padres center fielder. Hey, there's his mom. Will and Molly.
Beautiful.
Nice picture. One out, nobody aboard for Venable. Of course, was a double shy of the cycle. He breaks his picked bat, and that works out nicely. Ahmed, the shortstop, might have been tracking the bat and not the ball. He took a misstep on the infield. And a broken bat, base hit for Will Venable. First one for the Padres here in the 2nd.
That was very odd. Down by the label, bat snaps in half. The barrel goes towards Hudson. Watch Ahmed. Yes, he was breaking towards the center of the diamond. Wow.
Don't see that very often. Works out nicely for the Padres. So Venable, a 1-out base runner for Jerko. Really nice night last night for Jed. Not exactly a standard night in the big leagues. He didn't start the game, he didn't finish the game, but he played a huge role in the game. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Jerko came in as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning. Doubled and scored a big run for the Padres in the 8th. And then he would make a great defensive play over at second base that saved the game in the bottom of the 10th inning. Caught that line drive off of Cliff Pennington's bat for the double play to end the 10th. And eventually he was out of the game towards the end. So a short night for Jerko, but a big night. Never know how you're going to end up contributing, huh?
That's why you always have to have your head in the game. Do it with the leather, do it with the bat, or both.
He also singled last night, batting average getting closer up to 200 after the tough first month of the season. Takes a fastball, strike 2. Check on Venable. Had a nice big league, but he gets back.
Got to be honest with you. After that spectacular play by Jerko, diving to save, do the double play.
Yeah.
I walked out of the booth to check on something, and I ran into Tony La Russa. I go, "Hey, Tony, what's going on?" Not good. He was not happy.
Was he impressed?
He was depressed. Yeah.
Oh, depressed.
Yeah.
La Russa, the chief baseball officer, overseeing all the baseball operations here in Arizona. Hired in the latter part of last season. Diamondbacks a little bit in an in-between state right now. Trying to figure out how the big picture looks moving forward. 1-2 from Hudson is strike 3 called. Brought Jerko on the inside corner. 5 strikeouts. Excuse me, 4 strikeouts for Daniel Hudson. A couple of big defensive plays last night, including one by this guy, Alexi Amarista. Watch the shortstop playing over on the second base side of the bag.
He went to go deke the runner as if there was a pickoff, and then he had to go back to that spot to catch it. Thought this ball was going to sneak through. What a great play by Amarista. Game saver.
The very next play was the Jerko double play. Everybody contributing last night. Amarista picked up his first hit of the series, made a great defensive play. Jerko with the great defensive play. Doubles from Solarte and Norris. The Upton home run. You can go on and on. Kevin Quackenbush, a really nice couple of innings out of the bullpen as Amarista lifts that one to left. Peralta makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. A hit and a man left for the Padres. No score going to the bottom of the 2nd.
I think all of us, managers, players, coaches, front office executives, have been on the other side of those, and you know how those feel.
Yeah, it was great. All the guys were kind of down after the 9th, but to be able for Mauer to come back and pitch the way he did right there, and for us to come back and take the lead again, I thought was huge. I think this could be something that really kicks us off the next few games.
Welcome back. Bud Black and Will Myers talking about momentum, and talking with Buddy this morning. He said these games are definitely the types that could send you one direction or the other, but he liked to quote also, momentum relies in the hands of next day's starting pitcher.
Fly ball to right off the bat of Peralta. Almonte on the track makes the catch. One away. That is very true. Momentum only as good as the next day's start.
Games like last night can propel you, catapult you, as the gentleman said, to start a great streak. Day off tomorrow. Andrew Kastner, following yesterday's win, with the way he's been throwing the ball, especially early today, if he can take him deep into the ball game and get some run support, that would be nice.
Hill hits that one well to left. Upton going back, and it's gone. Solo homer for Aaron Hill, 3rd of the season. And he makes his way around the bases as the Diamondbacks take a 1-0 lead here in the 2nd.
Looked like a first pitch fastball, 2-seamer that leaked towards the middle in. Hill got the front foot down, the hands were back, locked and loaded. Through the head of that bat. Looked like Austin Hedges was set up down and away, trying to go strike one at the knees on the corner.
Second baseman Pennington stands in. Takes a strike from Kastner. Hill is all kind of locked in. He's now reached in 12 of his last 18 plate appearances.
He's one of those guys that just puts together good at-bats, fouls off some good pitches. And when he's swinging the bat well, he'll hit mistakes like that.
Former Blue Jay. Been to an All-Star game. Couple Silver Sluggers on his mantle. Good player. 0-2 to Pennington, and Cashner just misses. Ball and 2 strikes. Cashner was last out there Tuesday night in San Francisco, a game the Padres lost 6-0. He allowed 4 earned runs in 6 innings of work. 6 runs total. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. 2-2.
That's how you bounce back after the solo shot. I remember playing with a guy by the name of Charlie Leibrandt. He was really good at that. He'd give up a home run, set him down in order.
Struck him out as Pennington runs down to first base. I don't believe he needed to.
I think he thought that ball was in the dirt. Maybe.
Hedges had it. And that's the second strikeout for Cashner. The home plate umpire Marvin Hudson called him out immediately.
Yeah, he caught that cleanly.
I guess he did the right thing. Headed
Sure,
down to
why
first
not?
Base, yeah.
Right.
So 2 outs, and the catcher goes a wish. Cashner responds to the home run with a strikeout. Tough he takes. Strike 1. 95 from Cashner on the fastball.
He looks free and easy. Ball just jumps out of the hand of Andrew Cashner.
Gozawish had that career night in the first game of the series on Thursday. And he wore the sombrero on Friday. Struck out 3 times. Came off the bench in the 12-inning loss last night.
There's a Sparky fan, Arizona State.
Gozawish, an ASU guy. And he strikes out on 3 pitches. 3 strikeouts for Andrew Cashner, but 1 run in on the Aaron Hill solo shot. Brought to you by RCP Block and Brick. Start your outdoor project at rcpblock.com. By Petco, what we feed them matters. And by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD. Mother's Day at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. With Mark Grant, Chris Budden, and our entire Fox Sports San Diego crew, I'm Jesse Agler. Hope all the moms are having a great day so far as Austin Hedges leads off against Daniel Hudson, and he takes a high strike. There's an old Diamondback.
Number 51, Randy Johnson, USC Trojan, Hall of Famer.
Hedges takes down by the feet, a ball and a strike. Home run from Aaron Hill in the bottom of the second inning. He's been as hot as the desert sun. Second major league start for Hedges, and he hits that one on one hop to the shortstop Ahmed, who throws him out. One away here in the third.
Did you call your mom today, Jesse?
I did, yes, before coming over to the ballpark. There you go, Jane and Andrew.
That's great.
As a TCU horned frog. The beard, not
That's
quite the same, huh?
Well, we know that Jane Cashner is watching, and just to pass along, Mrs. Cashner, you have a wonderful son. He's a pleasure to be around. He's a good egg. You raised a great kid.
Pretty good hitter, too. 2 for 12 on the season, and your choice for Pick the Stick today.
Yes.
See the career numbers.
His home run was here in Arizona.
Gets a nice swing on that one, fouls it back, 1-1. Cash has got a couple of doubles and a triple to go along with that big league homer. Working the count here against Daniel Hudson.
Daniel Hudson knows that Andrew Cashner can do some damage. He's throwing the slider to him down and away. Keep it down, goes to where says.
Cashner pops up a bunt, and Hill, the third baseman, will make the catch. Seen Andrew bunt for a hit a few times in the last couple of years. Pops that one up, 2 away.
Third baseman
Corey Spangenberg in the leadoff spot. Got to roll with Spangy, swinging a hot bat.
I like it. I like it a lot. Called my mom today, wished her a happy Mother's Day. And back in the Midwest with all the weather changes, my goodness, Denver's getting snow, tornadoes. We wish everybody well. In Chicago area, she's telling me it's 57 degrees, and I'm gonna get the blanket out, and I think I'll even turn on the furnace.
57 on Mother's Day. We're gonna have some cool weather coming in Seattle the next couple of days. 1-1 to Spangenberg. 57 in May.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see the snow in Denver?
Yeah, they've had all kinds of problems. Postponements. Playing today though. Dodgers and the Rockies. LA a 1-0 lead early on.
Back-to-back changeups from Daniel Hudson.
Looking okay in Phoenix. 4th straight game that begins with the roof open at Chase Field. Second game of the series. They had to close it after the 5th inning. Some rain in the area. Spangenberg goes the other way, fouls it off, 2-2. Knowing that Hudson is on a pitch count of some kind, obviously he's not stretched out like a starter. Does that change the approach offensively at all? Do you try and work him up?
Absolutely.
Yeah. A lot away to Spangenberg.
I would have to say, though, if you're going to get a fat fastball early, to jump on it, because he's got that good changeup. We've seen that already. So you don't want to get in the hole too much to face that changeup.
Closed captioning for today's game brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. Andrew Cashner coming back out for his 3rd inning of work after the conclusion of this half inning. And now a full count to Spangenberg in the leadoff spot with Matt Kemp getting the day off. And, you know, Myers has been leading off. We've said it once, we've said it 1,000 times. Not a prototypical leadoff guy. It's been fine, don't get me wrong. Spangenberg, more of a prototypical leadoff guy.
Yes.
He's got the 3 S's that you look for. Swings and misses there. And that's strikeout number 5 for Daniel Hudson. Arizona a 1-0 lead in the 3rd.
We just want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Hope you enjoy watching me pitch today, and we all love you, and we pitch for you.
Andrew Kashner pitching for his mom on Mother's Day. Welcome back to Phoenix. Arizona a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Ahmed, Hudson, and Pollock 8-9-1 due up against Cash for the Diamondbacks as he delivers a low fastball to Nick Ahmed. 0 for 7 in the series. Started last night's game, did not finish it. All kinds of National League managing yesterday for Chip Hale and Buddy Black. Known for his glove, not his bat, and it's a good glove. 24-year-old came to the Diamondbacks from Atlanta in the trade that sent Justin Upton to the Braves. Kashner up on him, a ball and 2 strikes.
That 2-seam fastball in the outside corner. Andrew's got that delivery smooth and easy this afternoon. Ball's jumping out of his hand at 95.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Nick Ahmed. And just missing with the fastball at 96, 2-2.
Went with the 2-seamer again, high leg kick and explosion towards home plate with those hips.
Fouls that one back, still 2-2. A lot of Kashner's starts this year have been marred by lack of run support, some defensive miscues behind him. That was certainly the case in his start against the Diamondbacks at Petco back in April. 1 inning, an ugly second inning against the Snakes. A big error at second base was a part of it. 2-2 is popped up into shallow center. Amarista going back, and he makes the catch, 1 away. Well, it kind of comes a point, right, Mud, where if you're Andrew Kashner, you can't think about that stuff anymore. Not to suggest that he is, but you know, it's something for us to talk about. No run support, tough defense behind him. You just got to go out there and pitch.
And you got to make pitches like he just did after going away. Look at him getting in the kitchen of Ahmed. He can't get those hands through. That's pitching right there. Both sides of the plate.
Got to be careful with Daniel Hudson, one of the best hitting pitchers in baseball. Won a Silver Slugger award back in 2011. A career .229 average. Not getting as many ABs these days coming out of the pen.
I think to elaborate on your point you just made, there are things through maturing as a player, both position player and pitcher, that you can and can't control. That's part of the process at any level, really. You can control where you try to throw the ball. Once it leaves your hand, you've got no control over what happens. Earned run, unearned run, home run, strikeout. Once it leaves your paw.
A lot of people might see the 1-5 record, but yeah, I mean, he's got the second best ERA in the rotation. That one took a bite out of Hedges.
And we talked about home road splits in the pregame show. A couple of outings on the road. LA, San Francisco, 4 runs, 5 runs. And then the 1 outing in Chicago, no runs. So he's proven that he can pitch well on the road. It's a proven fact.
Scientific even. 1-2 to Hudson. He battles. That Silver Slugger year for Hudson in 2011, he hit .277 with 14 RBIs. Starting pitcher, .277 with 14 RBIs. 1-2, strike 3 called. Can't touch that offering from Cash. 4th strikeout of the afternoon. 2 away.
Center fielder.
This month, Fox Sports San Diego is proud to honor Rady Children's Hospital as the community partner of the month, presented by Kaiser Permanente. Rady Children's Hospital works to restore, sustain, and enhance the health and developmental potential of children through excellent care, education, research, and advocacy. For more information, visit foxsportssandiego.com.
Very nice. Strike 1 to Pollock on the foul ball. Grounded out to second base, his first time up.
If you don't have a hat, you can use a towel or a jacket.
All kinds of options as this one's lifted in the air to left. Upton at the wall, leaps, and he can't make the catch. It's a home run. Close play out in left field. First row, a dinger for Pollock. His third home run of the season and the second solo shot of the afternoon for the Diamondbacks.
With that swing, I really didn't think that the ball was going to travel like it did. He was out in front just a little bit. It was a slider. See how far out in front he catches that ball. It's not really got that oomph, that powerful swing. And Justin Upton just out of his reach.
First pitch swinging. Trumbo fouls it back. Upton looked like he had a really good beat on it, you know. Had a good read, but that guy beat him to it. Solo shots from Hill and Pollock. 2-0 Diamondbacks. 1-1.
Timing, jumps, just didn't get over to his right in time. The ball really didn't have that high trajectory enabling him to really get to that farthest point and then time it. Medium fly ball, if you will.
Got as far as he could. Two-1 to Trumbo, and now 2-2. It's a home run yard. Arizona gets a couple. Padres going to try and come from behind this afternoon. 2-2 and a ground ball to Jerko. He'll throw Trumbo out, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks add another, though. They've got a 2-0 lead as we go to the fourth in Phoenix.
Melvin Upton, the lovely parents of Melvin Jr. and Justin Upton, and a special Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day, Yvonne. What's it like to come out here? And I know you probably spent many Mother's Day at Chase Field, but to get to watch Justin play today.
Well, I always like watching my children play. We do a lot of traveling, no matter where they are, and it was a situation where they were playing Arizona this Mother's Day, and Justin lives in Arizona. So we all decided that we will all show up here in Arizona.
That's awesome. Melvin, I want to bring you in. When you were playing epic games of Nerf ball with your kids when you were younger, did you think that it was going to ever turn out like this?
Not at all. We just had fun, and my wife and I, we always preach education as they came up, and it's a blessing that both of them got to play. No, we never stress that you're going to play Major League Baseball. We always stress education in our house.
That Melvin Jr. and Justin got to be together with the Braves and now with the Padres. I'm assuming as a family it's nice to have them all in one spot, one nice trip.
Yes, but it was easier on the East Coast than it was on the West Coast. But it makes it a whole lot easier when you can go to one place and see your entire family, both the children, children, my children, grandchildren. So, yeah, it's great.
We raised some good ones. We appreciate you taking the time, and happy Mother's Day. Jesse?
Chris, thanks a lot. Yvonne, Melvin, good to see them out at the ballpark.
Oh, that is so cool.
It's always amazing when you get 2 kids to make it all the way. Oh, man. Almonte reaches for that one, grounds it to Ahmed at shortstop. 1 gone here in the 4th inning. Check out Justin Upton and his mom, Yvonne. There she is when he gets drafted. That is a great photograph. Proud mom. Justin out on deck. Saw Melvin Upton Jr. in the dugout. There he is. Rehabbing at the facility in Peoria, about a half hour from here. Could be getting closer and closer to a rehab assignment, by the way. Will Myers trying to bunt his way aboard. Fouls it back. 0-1. Myers, great numbers against the Diamondbacks this season. In 7 games, he's hitting over .460 against Arizona.
And I think he's just going to get better and better. More reps, whether it's the number 3 spot or leadoff spot. Seeing the ball well, laying off bad pitches.
Tempted to ask what changes for him now that he's batting 3rd this afternoon as opposed to 1st, but he never really changed anything when he was leading off. He is who he is.
I think he just simplifies things. See ball, hit ball. Swing at strikes, take balls. It seems so easy, doesn't it, Jesse?
On paper. Then you get in there and the guy's throwing 96.
With movement.
Yeah. A little different. Up high, 3 balls and a strike. Myers grounded out to Aaron Hill at 3rd base, his first time up.
Well, I love matchups like this. Hitters count 3-1 with Hudson, who's mid-90s, got the good changeup, and then you've got the power swing of Will Myers. Will he pull the string? Will he try to locate a fastball? It's a fastball away right here.
It is, and Myers fouls it back. We take a look at the T-Mobile game changer, and it is Will Myers. Good couple days in the big leagues, huh?
At first base, 24 total chances, 23 putouts, 7 hits, and that batting average, softball-like, at .636.
He's worked the count full, 3-2 on Daniel Hudson, who has yet to walk anybody this afternoon.
I'm sure when you have numbers like that, it's almost softball-like. The ball is coming in like that, and you're getting a good view of that ball out of the hand of the pitcher.
Yeah, it's a good view of that pitch inside, and it's the first walk of the afternoon allowed by the Arizona starter. 1 out base runner for the Padres here in the 4th with Justin Upton coming up. Daniel Hudson had 51 pitches, and we were told it would probably be 50 to 60.
There is action in the Arizona Diamondback bullpen. So a little meeting on the mound. Probably give a little bit of time to the right-hander J.C. Ramirez.
Called up today from Reno, where he's been outstanding. That was pretty much expected. He would be the first guy out of the pen for the Diamondbacks. So what if they said 50 to 60 pitches? What were they hoping for? 5 innings?
5 to 6 maybe.
Yeah. Hudson struck Upton out in his first at bat.
That's if you're pitching really well.
Yeah. Best case scenario.
Maybe 4. Depending on strikeouts, foul balls, balls in play. You figure the average major league inning is 16.5-ish.
Myers goes, and Upton swings and lines into right field for a base hit. Myers lost track of the ball, and he's stuck at second base. He's going to try and go to 3rd, and he runs into the shortstop, Ahmed, and now he just stopped in between the bases, and they're going to tag him out.
He was deked at second base. Obstruction. He gets 3rd base. Wow. You know what? You come to the ballpark, you never know what you're going to see. Will Myers was faked out of his britches at second base. They pulled a deke on him. Now the argument is because when Will passed second base, went to go back, he collided with Ahmed. There's where he's deked. He doesn't know where the ball is. They faked the double play. touch second. He runs into Ahmed. Obstruction. He gets third base.
Umpires going to get together and talk it over now. Jim Joyce, the crew chief, made the call. He's going to bring in Greg Gibson and Chad Fairchild and Marvin Hudson, and they're going to have a conversation about this one. After the collision, Myers could have probably scampered back to second, but it was just a weird moment. And he has, at least for now, been awarded third base.
Crack of the bat, and Will Myers doesn't know where the ball is. He's got to pick up Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach. Trips. He still doesn't know. He's going back to first base, touches second base, and there's the contact. And you can see Jim Joyce, he immediately pointed to Ahmed, indicating obstruction.
And that explains why Myers was standing there between second and third. So the interesting thing is here,
and it doesn't matter which way the runner's going. If there's contact, obstruction, you get the base. You get the next base.
So even if he's going back to second, they would have given him third. And here's the crazy thing. If they decide that it was an obstruction, they can't call him out because he stopped when Jim Joyce pointed.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. Jim Joyce was on it.
So you got to figure, even if they overturn this, if after their conversation they decide it wasn't interference on the base paths, they would just send him back to second. Interesting, long conversation taking place between the umpires. Myers was running on the play. That's all the craziness started. Upton lined it to right.
That's what infielders will do. They will deke the runners on a situation like that to do just that, have them do just that.
Got to figure that once the four umpires figure out what they want to do here, they're going to have to explain it to both Chip Hale and Buddy Black, and someone's not going to be happy. It is not a reviewable play from an instant replay standpoint, but they can obviously get together and try and help one another out. It's a straight judgment call. And whether or not Ahmed obstructed Myers on the base paths.
Yeah, interference is when a runner interferes with a fielder trying to field a batted ball. Obstruction is when the infielder obstructs the runner from going to or from a base.
Is about as long of an umpire conference as you will ever see. Padre manager waiting patiently. Will Myers, for the moment, is at third base, and they're going to send it back to second. So I think they're going to overturn the obstruction call here. And they're going to give Myers second base, and Buddy Black's going to ask for the explanation.
And Buddy's argument is going to be on an obstruction call, the runner is awarded the next base. I remember there was a play in Los Angeles a few years ago where Everett Cabrera was going back to third base on a pickoff. They got in a pickle. He got tangled up with the third baseman as he was going back to third base. He got held in the scissors. He was awarded home plate.
My guess is that they're saying there was no obstruction. That's the only reason to send it back to second.
But there was contact.
Maybe they're going to say there was contact but not obstruction.
You know what Will should have done? Will should have completed the play. At least go back to second base, or...
Well, Joyce was immediately pointing, and that's, to be fair to Will Myers.
Dead ball?
Yeah. As soon as you see the umpire make that motion, you're not going to continue to do what you want to do. And Buddy Black having a fairly animated conversation with the crew chief. Now Buddy's getting heated, and be interesting to see how this progresses. Whatever the explanation given to the Padre manager was, he is not happy about it. And Jim Joyce is walking away from this conversation. Buddy Black has not been thrown out of this game, but he will head back to the dugout. Now Buddy's having a conversation with the home plate umpire, Marvin Hudson.
So we have to wait and see if, in fact, there was an obstruction call. Correct?
I know this wasn't an instant replay moment. Obviously, it was just an umpire conversation. I would love to see Major League Baseball take steps, whether it's in a replay situation or just something like this. You get an explanation up, you know, for the fans.
Absolutely.
And the press box, so everybody has an idea of what took place down there. Something they might want to address moving forward. So runners on first and second, 1 out, and a long delay for the pitcher Hudson. Will Venable at the plate with the Padres trailing 2-0. You always wonder how this is going to impact the pitcher.
Well, Jim Joyce definitely pointed. We know that.
Yes. He may have been convinced by one of the other 3 umpires, or more than one of the other 3 umpires, that it shouldn't have been obstruction. And then, obviously, they can't call him out because they had stopped the play. So they send him back to second. That's my best guess as to what took place. Venable takes 2-0. So after a few minutes of standing around, Daniel Hudson delivers a couple of pitches outside of the strike zone to Venable. Three balls and no strikes.
That weight could play a part. Huge opportunity for San Diego right here.
Venable had a broken bat single his first time up. So no more pink lumper. And he takes all the way, ball 4. Bases loaded for the Padres, 1 out. Down 2-0 here in the 4th.
MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, is celebrating 13 years. Watch every out-of-market game live or on demand in True HD on over 400 mobile and connected devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking widget, and more every night on every device. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
First Major League start for Daniel Hudson since June of 2012. Goes 3 1/3 inning. Padres threatening, down 2-0 here at the top of the 4th. Baseball brought to you by Saquon Casino, only 25 miles from Petco Park. And by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. If you've ever wondered how they got the bats pink, now you know. Pretty cool stuff in Louisville. Very, very interesting 4th inning so far. As we've got our pitching change brought to you by El Cajon Ford. J.C. Ramirez out to make his Diamondback debut.
This season at Reno for the Aces, 11 games, 11 plus innings. See the splits. Fastball, breaking ball, change up.
Padres down 2-0, and Jed Jerko takes a breaking ball strike, 0-1. Daniel Hudson started for Arizona. He was only ever going to go 50 or 60 pitches. He went 56. Exits with 1 out in the 4th inning and the bases loaded. Padres down 2-0 as Jerko holds off 1-1. The inning began innocently enough, and now the bases are loaded. Myers at third, Upton at second, Venable at first.
Good fastball from Ramirez, mid-90s, 95.
Jerko swings through 95, 1-2. Hey, you saw those numbers at AAA this year for Ramirez. He's been almost untouchable.
Elliot Ness-like.
Had some big league experience with the Phillies back in 2013. Signed as a minor league free agent with the D-backs this offseason.
Trying to go up the ladder there. Jerko chased the previous fastball.
Arizona got solo homer from Aaron Hill in the second, one from A.J. Pollock in the third. They lead 2-0. 2-2 to Jerko. Off speed. Nope. 95. Reached for it. Fouled it back to the screen.
Pretty consistent. Pretty straight with that fastball. These major league hitters like the straight fastball.
Very much.
Not a lot of run to that pitch. Remember, he started him off with a slider. He might try to have him fish for a slider right here. There it is.
90-mile-per-hour breaking pitch. And now 3-2. Nice job by Gozowicz keeping Myers over at third. Ramirez, a native of Nicaragua. Pitched for them in the World Baseball Classic a couple years ago. Jed Jerko, a native of West Virginia. 3-2 to Jed. And that one's ripped foul down the left field line.
Did he turn on that one? That was, if you drew a direct line from where Jed hit that ball and where it landed, it went right over the Diamondbacks dugout. That's turning on a heater. That was Joe Carter-like. Joe used to hit foul balls like that.
Nice battle between Jerko and Ramirez. 8th pitch of the at-bat is coming, and it swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jerko comes up empty against Ramirez. 2 away.
Well, let's go back to the first pitch. He was 1-1, and then he has a heavy dose of fastballs. So he tries to go up the ladder on that one. Nice fight off there with the fastball. There's a run saver there. And couldn't hold up on the fastball away.
So Ramirez gets the first man he comes in and faces, and now Alexi Amarista, 2 outs and the bases loaded. Goes the other way with it, 0-1.
This guy's got a live arm.
Good numbers with the bases loaded for Alexi. It's that one on the ground. Pennington at second base makes the play, and the Padres leave the bases loaded here in the 4th. Diamondbacks a 2-0 lead. Padres history, brought to you by Geico. It wasn't Mother's Day, but it was Tony Gwynn's mom's birthday, August 6th. And in 1993, career hit number 2,000. And in 1999, of course, career hit number 3,000. Incredible. That could be like an extra Mother's Day.
Love that story. For that to happen
twice
on his mom's birthday, twice, you bet.
Padre Brown in the house as Andrew Kashner goes back to work after a little bit of a long layoff and delivers strike one to Paul Goldschmidt. Kashner struck Goldschmidt out in his first at bat. All kinds of conversation about that base running moment in the top of this inning, and it was suggested that maybe they did call obstruction, but that they can still send him back to second base. That, you know, their discretion is whether or not to advance him to third. That's what some people were suggesting. But you look at the rule book, right?
Yes.
Strange deal. 1-2 to Goldschmidt in the dirt.
Well, Rule 7.06 reads, the obstructed runner shall be awarded at least one base beyond the base he had last legally touched before the obstruction.
So if obstruction was called, according to that, he would have to get third base. Into shallow right, Myers in foul territory. Nice catch. One away, and here it is again. Will Myers was off and running from first base. Justin Upton lined the ball to right field. Myers lost track of where it was, and as he rounds second, collides with Nick Ahmed. Obstruction was immediately called by Jim Joyce, and he sent Myers to third, and then the umpires talked for a few minutes and eventually sent him to second base.
And according to the rule book, seems like he should be awarded third base.
Or they decided that obstruction was not called.
So it's like a backyard wiffle ball game do-over?
They just send him back. Be interesting to find out what Buddy was told after the game today. David Peralta 0 for 1 with a fly out. And he hits the ball in the air center field. Venable makes the catch. 2 away. Andrew Kashner, a couple of long balls, but looking pretty good out there this afternoon. Aaron Hill hit one of the homers. Solo shot with one out in the second inning. He's up now with 2 outs and nobody aboard. And so much of the Diamondback damage in this series has come with 2 away. In the 4 games, Arizona has scored 22 runs, 16 of which have been scored with 2 outs. 95 from Kashner, 1-1. Diamondbacks have been waiting for Aaron Hill to start hitting, and he is. That one struck well, but foul. Kashner trying to finish him off here in the 4th. 1-2 is on the ground to Jerko. Padres second baseman makes the play, and a nice 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Kashner. 4 in the books here on Mother's Day. Diamondbacks 2, Padres nothing.
Thank you very much, guys. Always nice to hear the name of the head coach of the baseball team at Point Loma High School.
Yes.
Boomer Wells. Here's Austin Hedges. Padres trailing 2-0 in the 5th, and he takes strike one from J.C. Ramirez, who's back out for a second inning after coming on for Hudson in the 4th. Hedges grounded out to short his first time up, making his second major league start. How does this change preparation, you think, for the batters, knowing that you're going to see a starter, you know, only once, maybe twice, and then it's going to be a mishmash of guys? Probably a little bit different when you're preparing for the game.
They go all over the guys, even the guys that have just gotten called up. They've got reports. They can get those reports so quickly. The advanced scouts do such a great job for the Padres. These hitters are prepared. They know that Hudson's probably on a pitch count, so they know the guys in the bullpen that are most likely to come out. They are well informed.
A little bit more work, I guess, but no big deal. Cashner tried to bunt his way on first time. Didn't work. See what he does here. With his team down 2 runs and 1 away. Swinging away and a ground ball. Nice stop by Hill at third. He throws not in time. What an effort from Aaron Hill over at third base, but Cashner hit the ball pretty well and has the speed to beat it out. Infield single for Cash, his 3rd hit of the year.
Cashner always hustling. And that play right there, what a great effort. Falling away from the play and making that throw. Hill way off balance.
You know what I like there? Cashner, as soon as he saw Hill and made the play and had the ball in his glove, he just put his head down and ran to first. Corey Spangenberg now. 1 out, man on. Tying run at the plate for the Padres. Spangenberg puts a bunt up in the air, and it's back behind the plate for a foul ball.
Here's what you can do with the bunt at the pitcher on first base. You show bunt, even Corey Spangenberg can put your boy, right? You also have everybody, you can put the hit on. You can put the hit and run on if you want. There's
no
the swing.
action from Cashner as the pitch misses. So he's tried to bunt once. He's taken a pitch. Will Myers in the hole. And Spangenberg hits it over to first. Goldschmidt loses the baseball, and all he can do now is step on first for the 2nd out of the inning. There was a moment when it looked like that could have been a double play. Goldschmidt lost track of the baseball, though, and eventually just has to step on first.
Shuffling off, then he's going to go back towards off the glove first. And as an infielder, no need to panic. You've got plenty of time.
Cashner at second, and Almonte with 2 outs and a man in scoring position. Andrew Cashner may have thought this was a foul ball, by the way. He started walking back towards first base, and first base coach Jose Valentin was waving him back to second. Been an adventurous afternoon on the bases for the Padres. Almonte grounded to short last time up. First start of the year for Abraham, and he checks his swing. 1 ball and no strikes. Ramirez, first man out of the pen in relief of Daniel Hudson. Diamondbacks did not announce who would start for them until early this morning, as they try and piece it together. Foul back by Almonte. 12 innings last night probably didn't help him much.
No. But after a win like that, coming back to the ball yard, everybody's energetic, ready to go. Take 3 out of 4.
Cashner on second base. 1-1 to Almonte is hit on the ground on the right side. Pennington makes the play. And that's it for the Padres here in the 5th. San Diego's had some chances, but unable to cash in as Cash goes back to work.
Mother's Day to my mom at home, and obviously Carly, my wife, celebrating her second Mother's Day now. So happy Mother's Day. Love you guys.
Very nice. Jed and Carly Jerko with the Twins. Jed getting the start here this afternoon. Padres trailing the Diamondbacks 2-0 as Andrew Cashner goes back to work in the bottom of the 5th inning. He will face Pennington, Gozawish, and Ahmed. 6, 7, and 8 in the Arizona batting order. Andrew Cashner has allowed just 2 hits this afternoon, both solo homers. Aaron Hill and A.J. Pollock. Big swing and a miss from Pennington. Cashner started him off speed, 0-1. Pennington missed a couple of months last year with a thumb injury, making his 6th start of the season here today. Most of them coming at shortstop, but at second base this afternoon. 1-1 from Cashner, and he shows bunt. Takes a fastball outside. 2-1. No swing. According to Greg Gibson over at third. 3 balls and a strike.
Let's see if he went.
Ground ball to Jerko. 1 away for Andrew Cashner here in the 5th inning.
Well, with the exception of those 2 home runs, the solo shots, Andrew Cashner making some good pitches, keeping the ball on the ground nicely. He's got a good 2-seam fastball working.
Buddy Black and Darren Balsley have to be encouraged by what they've seen from Cashner this afternoon. Struck out Gozawish back in the 2nd inning. And he delivers a fastball a little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes to the Arizona catcher. Gozawish came in the 12th inning last night. Part of a double switch. Takes a strike. He led off the bottom of the 12th against Kevin Quackenbush. Lined out to center field. How about Mauer and Quackenbush last night?
Outstanding job. Pressure type situations on the road. Tie game. Extras.
In the dirt. 2 balls and a strike.
Kudos to the bullpen. And there's Kevin Quackenbush chatting it up with Justin Hatcher, bullpen coach on the right.
Got his first win of the season when all was said and done, but yeah, 2 innings. Pitched the 11th and the 12th. Allowed only an infield single, struck out 3 guys. Gozawish swings and misses, 2-2. Early on, you mentioned you wanted to keep track of the velocity for Andrew Cashner. It's right in range today, huh?
He's right on target, 94, 95-ish. Have we seen a 96 or 97? I think one time we did. It was 96. You ask and you shall receive. Talking about the range. 98 and 77 from the big Texan from Conroe, Texas.
Gozawish takes just outside. 97 that time from Cashner. 3-2. Pitch number 6 just missing. Payoff pitch, and Gozawish fouls it off. .31-year-old catcher in his 3rd season with Arizona. Mentioned earlier, he's a Sun Devil, and he went to high school in the area. 8th pitch of the at-bat popped up behind the plate. Austin Hedges, right at the on-deck circle, makes the catch. 2 away for Cashner here in the 5th.
Military and their families receive special pricing on all tickets for all Padres games. That's home games, and it's a great way to honor the military. 25% off all tickets. And that's all season long, folks. And 50% off on Sunday military appreciation days.
Nice.
It's a great deal. More info and tickets at Padres.com/military. Just another way to say thank you to the men and women and families for their service.
Shortstop Nick Ahmed, 2 outs, nobody aboard. And he takes strike 1 at 95. Bob to shortstop his first time up, and Ahmed now 0 for 8 in the series. Here's the big unit. Ground ball to shortstop. Amarista plays the big hop. Throws across. Another good inning from Andrew Cashner. He's retired 7 straight as we go to the 6th. Will Myers coming up. With 1 out in the 2nd inning, took an Andrew Cashner fastball and deposited it in the left field seats. That gave Arizona a 1-0 lead. Then with 2 outs in the 3rd, A.J. Pollock, first row, nice catch by the fan. Another solo shot made it 2-0. And then the play we haven't stopped talking about since it happened. Will Myers hung up around second base on a confusing play. Jim Joyce immediately calls obstruction and awards Myers third base. But then The umpires got together and eventually sent Myers back to second. Buddy Black did not like the explanation he received. It didn't matter. And the Padres ended up with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 4th inning. But Jerko and Amarista struck a couple of guys out and got a ground out, and that was it for the Padres in that wild, wacky top of the 4th.
So it's a judgment call on behalf of the umpires. They did not think that he would be able to make third base, so they sent him back to second.
That's what we've been told. Despite the fact that the obstruction rule, and you read it on the air, specifically said that he gets the next base. But I suppose there's a caveat in there maybe that we couldn't find.
An addendum?
Yeah, a comment. Myers now 0-2. He walked to start all of that craziness a couple of innings ago. And he pops this one up. Shallow right field. Trumbo coming on. And in the sun, he makes the catch, 1 away. So it's been interesting. Andrew Cashner, 2 hits, both solo homers. Hudson was very good through 56 pitches. Hill and Pollock, the long balls and the run production. Cashner very, very solid.
After the solo shot in the second, 1-2, bang, bang, 2 strikeouts. After the solo shot in the third, 4-3. Been perfect ever since.
Justin Upton hit the ball on the obstruction play.
Need some points for Cashner and the Padres, right? Got to score some points.
Start lighting up that R column a little bit. Been very impressed by J.C. Ramirez, called up before the game today.
Live arm. Good slider.
Oliver Perez, who can maybe give them a couple of innings, also getting going. Perez faced just 1 batter last night. Like Daniel Hudson, who started this game, Perez, a former starter. And Ramirez strikes out Justin Upton. 3rd strikeout for J.C. Ramirez since he came on. And a nice job here against the Padres slugger.
Mid-90s, 90-mile-an-hour slider. And there's this little, the ball have a little cut to it, maybe? Good stuff.
Great series for Will Venable. Been aboard both times he's come to the plate here today. Walked a couple of times last night as well to go with a single, and then a hit shy of the cycle in the second game of this series. Ground ball to the left side. Ahmed had a long way to go, a long throw, and not in time.
Ooh, delayed call.
Nicely done by Ahmed deep in the hole at shortstop. Venable obviously runs really well. And for the moment, he's safe at first.
White, second baseman, Jet Jerko.
And
I got safe.
Yeah, I'm with you. Chip Hale's with you too. He's not going to challenge him. Second hit of the day for Will Venable, an infield single. You saw he kind of shortened up his stride a little bit as he was approaching the bag. Maybe trying to make sure he lined up for the front of the base.
A lot of runners, you're taught to run through the bag, but a lot of runners, it's just natural instinct. That last leap, it actually slows you down rather than consistent footsteps through the bag.
Aiming for the front of the bag, gets the foot down before the ball hits the back of the mitt.
That's exactly what you're taught.
Venable goes. Throw down to second base, not in time. Venable in scoring position as he picks up his first stolen base of the year.
Touch the front of the bag with the ball of your foot, not the top of the bag with your whole foot, as Will Venable gets a good jump here. Be nice to have a little 2-out thunder here.
Venable getting the chance to play every day since the injury to Yonder Alonso moved Will Myers from center field to first base, and he has responded offensively.
Having a little meeting, going over the sides with that runner on second base, the middle infielders. Ahmed, Pennington. They will relay that call, that pitch to the second baseman or shortstop, whether it's a fastball or a breaking ball, so they can cheat one way or the other.
2 outs for Jerko. And he takes inside, ball 2. Hitting coach Mark Kotze going over things with Buddy Black. Tying run at the plate for San Diego. 2-1. Jerko was the first batter that Ramirez faced back in the 4th inning when he came into the game, and he struck Jed out.
See if Jed lays off the high heat.
Missed away, 3 balls and a strike. Jerko's got 7 hits in 8 games so far this month after the tough April. Hits that one well out to center. Pollock is going back, still going back, and he's not going to get there. Padres are on the board. Jerko doubles home Will Venable, and it's a 2-1 game here in the top of the 6th.
Second time around is sweet for Jed Jerko. Locked, loaded, front foot down, hands are back, a straight fastball at 95. And A.J. Pollock, he can run him down, but that one's hit too hard. The Padres cut the lead in half.
Talk about straight away center field.
Clutch 2-out hit for Jed Jerko.
So the Padres break through against Diamondbacks pitching here this afternoon. Tying run in scoring position. And after a conference on the mound, Alexi Amarista will stand in. And they're not going to pitch to him. So they have the left-hander Perez throwing in the bullpen. But I guess they'd rather have Ramirez face Austin Hedges than Perez or even Ramirez face Amarista.
Well, with the stuff that Ramirez has, and you've got the rookie on deck, as a fan, you kind of like that matchup if you're the Diamondbacks.
Ramirez completes the intentional pass, and so Austin Hedges will bat here with runners on first and second, 2 outs, as you see Matt Kemp lurking just in case.
Remember, we mentioned that earlier. Matt Kemp getting the day off, but he's that one bullet that Buddy Black can use when the time is right.
Nice bullet to have, huh?
Yes. Mike Harkey, the pitching coach for the Diamondbacks, out to have a chat, maybe a little scouting report.
Austin Hedges playing in his 4th big league game.
See if the kid can turn around a heater right here. Might be first pitch breaking ball with the runner in scoring position. Yep.
Hedges swings at the first pitch and he pops it up behind the plate. Goes a wish, gives it a look, but it finds the seats. Austin Hedges in his first big league start on Wednesday in San Francisco picked up his first major league hit. It was a fun one. RBI single off of Chris Heston of the Giants. Later added a sacrifice fly. So a couple of RBIs here early on for Austin Hedges. And a big spot here in the 6th against Ramirez. That one's hit well to the left side and through for a base hit. They're going to hold Jerko at third. as he goes scrambling back to the base. And the Padres have him loaded. Andrew Cashner, Matt Kemp, who's going to come up? We'll see. Looks like it's going to be the Padre pitcher with 2 outs and the sacks full. Ball was hit just almost too hard for Jerko to come in and score.
Oh, the kid all over a fastball that's up. And with Peralta out there in left field charging.
Andrew Kashner, first pitch swinging hard, ground ball right to Ahmed. He flips to second, and the inning is over. Kashner frustrated, but he hit the ball well. And the Padres leave him loaded for the second time this afternoon. They get on the board, though. Will Venable singled, stole a base, and then came home to score on Jed Jerko's RBI double. 2-1 in the 6th.
Mom Jane in her battle with leukemia. Through it all came something really great. The Kashner family created the Kashner Family Foundation, pitching for a cause. Their hope was to bring joy to children battling medical conditions, and also for children whose parents are battling medical conditions that are stuck at the hospital, hoping to raise money for the communities in the hospital so that these kids can have activities to entertain them throughout this. If you want to help give, you can go to KashnerFoundation.org. You can buy t-shirts, you can sign up to play in a golf tournament. Andrew Kashner is saying he just wanted to provide some hope and some entertainment for kids that are going through situations that were like him when he was younger 10 years ago and his mom was battling breast cancer, stuck at a hospital. You want to find something to fight for and bring some joy to those kids.
Oh, Chris, that is so outstanding, and thank you for the report. Pinch hitter Yasmani Tomas facing Kashner here in the bottom of the 6th. KashnerFoundation.org. And got to stay tuned. Padres Live, the post-game show. That interview with Andrew Kashner and his mom, if you missed it, it's worth checking out. And that'll run again in the post-game show here today. Corey Brock on MLB.com. Also a really nice story about Andrew and his entire family, what they're going through now, and how they're trying to help others, as Chris just talked about. 2-2 to Tomas, and that strike 3 called. Andrew Kashner comes up with his 5th K of the afternoon. 1 away here in the 6th.
Okay. Want to make a point after this great pitch. Let's go back to the last half inning. This is what's great about baseball. You get 10 people in a room about situations, and you bring up the discussion. Bases loaded, pitcher's coming up. You don't pinch hit for him. Could have pinch hit Matt Kemp.
Ground ball past Amarista into center field. A.J. Pollock aboard, a one-out single for the Diamondbacks in the 6th. Just the 3rd hit of the day allowed by Andrew Kashner.
My gut feeling was pinch hit. I'm trying to think along with the way Buddy thinks.
Sure.
The way Buddy thinks is when you look at the way that Andrew Kashner has been throwing lately. In the last 2.5 innings, 3 innings, right? 2-1 game. Still plenty of time left. So I think the way Buddy's thinking is, with the way Cash is throwing, only at 77 pitches into this inning, I'm going to bank on him going out there and throw more scoreless innings and bank on our offense because I still got the good live arm of Andrew Kashner. That's one way of thinking about it.
Sure.
Me personally, my gut reaction was bases loaded, pinch hit. But Buddy's thinking might be that because the way Andrew is pitching and he feels he can get more innings out of him and banking on the offense later.
Yeah, it's a fun conversation to have. And like you said, there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. And we'll see how this game unfolds. Right. Check over at first base. Yeah, Kemp with 2 outs. Who knows? Maybe he hits a grand slam and the Padres have the big lead. Maybe Andrew Kashner goes out here, has another couple of good innings, and the Padres offense picks him up.
Maybe he hits a grand slam. Andrew Kashner.
He did hit the ball well. Hit it hard. Fouled back, 0-1 to Mark Trumbo. Is the beauty of baseball, right? I checked Twitter during the break. There were a couple people talking about it.
Sure. That's baseball.
1 strike to Trumbo, and he lines this one over Amarista into left center field. Pollock is rounding second, and he's going to get to third base. Diamondbacks in business here in the 6th. Back-to-back singles, and runners on the corners with just 1 out.
Out in front. Got it. Pollock is just a tough out, especially with the way he's been swinging the bat. You know, I learned something a long time ago from my good friend Bob Chandler, who used to announce for the Padres for many, many years. My mentor and good friend. He once told me, he wrote down MC in his book. I said, what's MC? Manager's choice. You might think one way, I might think another, but you know who has the ultimate say? The manager, and that's his choice.
And his job.
And you might not agree with it. You might disagree. You might agree.
Paul Goldschmidt in a big situation here. 1 out in the 6th inning. You see where the home runs have come for Paul Goldschmidt. 9 of them so far this year. Maybe want to keep the ball down?
Yes, he likes it up. Down, around the knees and below. No home runs.
Kashner misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Cash struck out pinch hitter Yasmani Tomas to start the 6th as Dale Thayer starts to throw in the Padre bullpen. There's a strike. 2-1.
Paint. 95 still on the fastball from Kashner.
Been getting it up there when he needs to, taking some off when he wants to. In a spot here, though, against Goldschmidt. 2-1, and now 2-2.
Time now to check the Cholula flamethrower. The big right-handed Texan on the mound. I think it's going to be 98. That's my guess. 98.
You know what that is?
Hot sauce. With movement. 98 with movement.
That's the key thing, right?
Yes.
2-2 to Goldschmidt. And a ground ball to shortstop. Amarista to second for 1. The turn, double play. Andrew Kashner gets the big pitch here in the 6th against Goldschmidt. And he pitches out of a jam. The big bopper at the plate for Arizona. 6-4 to 3. 2-1 as we go to the 7th. Let me get the math right here. If King Felix pitched today, it means he will not pitch against the Padres on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Let's see. Once every 5th day.
2 days from now, 3
Monday,
days. We're
Tuesday.
good, right?
We're good.
Okay. Andrew Kastner's been good. Oliver Perez, the new man out on the hill, facing pinch hitter Will Middlebrooks, hitting for Corey Spangenberg to lead off the 7th inning. Spangenberg finishes his day 0 for 3. Middlebrooks drew a walk as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning last night. Andrew Kastner's allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. Struck out 5 and got a big double play from Paul Goldschmidt to end a runners on the corners threat in the 6th. So with the left-handed pitcher up, the right-handed hitting third baseman fouls that one off. 0-2. The chess match. Middlebrooks, 26 years old, came over from the Red Sox. Outstanding defensively at third base. Trying to get it going with the bat here. Had a nice start. 1-2 from Perez. Padres got a run in the 6th. They had the bases loaded with 2 outs. Andrew Kastner's spot was up. And he had a sharp ground ball to the shortstop Ahmed to end the inning. 1-2 to Middlebrooks, and he holds up. 2-2. Been a fun series between these two teams. This is the 4th and final game. As we take a look at our DraftKings players to watch from the pregame show. They took Paul Goldschmidt. Bad news if you took him too. Nelson Cruz doing Nelson Cruz things. Clayton Kershaw getting roughed up a little bit in Colorado. Rockies and Dodgers tied at 5 in the 5th. And D. Gordon got a hit. What do you know?
Another hit. Go to DraftKings.com. Promo code FRIARS. Want to play along?
Now 3-2 to Middlebrooks, who was behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Andrew Kastner has kept the Padres within striking distance all afternoon long. They got 1 back in the 6th. 3-2, and Middlebrooks a little chopper over to the right side. Pennington charging, and he throws him out. So the struggles continue offensively for Will Middlebrooks, and the right fielder, Abraham Almonte, will bat from the right side for the first time today. Well, the Bobcat brought his mom. How nice.
D. Baxter.
Breaking ball, strike 1. Almonte swung around against Oliver Perez, who transitioned to a full-time reliever last season. It's pretty effective for the Diamondbacks. Remaking himself. 68 appearances out of the bullpen last year for Perez.
He mixes it up too. Very deceptive with his delivery. Different deliveries.
Yeah.
He'll pull the old left-handed Louis Tiant with the pause, changes arm angles.
He'll show you his back, his side. And the 1-1, Almonte bunts it back to Perez. He's got a spin, throw, and he got it. Oliver Perez doing a good job fielding his position. 2 away here in the 7th.
He's a good athlete. Like a cat. El Gato all over that one and firing a strike to first base. Lands in a pretty good fielding position on that last pitch.
Padres tied for the Major League lead with 10 comebacks this season. And that'll be it for Oliver Perez. The right-handed Will Myers coming up, and a new pitcher coming in. Go on to MercuryInsurance.com today and see how much you could save. By Petco, what we feed them matters. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. Mother's Day in the desert. Final game of 4 between the Padres and the D-backs. Evan Marshall comes in for the 13th time this season. He came on to get the final out in the top of the 12th inning last night. But the Padres had already done their damage. Home run from Justin Upton, RBI single from Alexi Amarista.
Well, the numbers aren't good for Marshall.
2 outs, nobody aboard, and Will Myers swings and misses at the first pitch.
High averages on the splits. Starts him off with a first pitch breaking ball. He's been scored upon in 4 of his last 7 outings, 6 earned runs in 7 2/3 innings pitched.
Couple of scoreless outings against the Padres in this series, though again last night was just the 1 out. Saw him in the first game of the series as well. Pitched the 9th inning, finished the game in the 11-0 win for Arizona. This is a much different situation here today. One to Myers, and he takes strike 2. Nice pitch from Marshall right at the bottom part of the strike zone. You see his last 3. Diamondback bullpen trying to hold on this afternoon against a potent Padre lineup.
That was one of my keys to the game, right? Get to the bullpen early.
You also wanted the Padres to play for their Madres. 1-2 to Myers. Spoils it. If Myers can reach, Justin Upton would get a chance. Here in a 1-run game in the top of the 7th. Marshall, the 4th pitcher used by the Diamondbacks this afternoon. And a ground ball to third. Hill with a hop, a throw, and 3rd out of the inning. A couple of Diamondback relievers sent the Padres down 1-2-3 in the 7th.
person I've ever been around in my life. I think that's the reason why I am the way I am today. As far as, I feel like I have to, work hard to stay ahead of everybody.
Matt Kemp, happy Mother's Day to his mom, Judy. Back here at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona on Mother's Day. Andrew Kashner back out to start the 7th inning for the Padres. Friar Faithful out in right field here in downtown Phoenix. Jesse Agler with Mark Grant, Chris Budden, and our entire Fox Sports San Diego crew wishing everybody out there a very happy Mother's Day.
We saw those Friars in Denver. They like to make the trip in the National League West and support the Dancing Friars.
Guys are great. You see them every night at Petco. Like you said, hanging out on the road. Hey, on this Mother's Day, can we take a moment to wish a very happy birthday to all the moms out there?
Sure. Nicely done.
Great moment in baseball broadcasting history. Ralph Kiner.
The Hall of Famer, Ralph Kiner, used to broadcast for the New York Mets. God rest his soul. What a great man. As you see the line. Andrew Kashner, 88 tosses, 6 innings. He has not walked anyone, and he struck out 5. But on one Mother's Day, Ralph Kiner, working for the Mets on TV, he says, on this Mother's Day, I'd like to wish all the mothers a happy birthday.
Ready to go here in the bottom of the 7th. Peralta, Hill, and Pennington. 4, 5, and 6. Some would say the meat of the order due up against Andrew Kashner. And the left-handed hitting left fielder takes outside, ball 1. Kashner's allowed 4 hits. As you see, Will Middlebrook stays in the game to play third base. Peralta takes ball 2. Last night, Peralta hit the ball that Alexi Amarista made that great play on in the bottom of the 10th inning. Had good numbers in his career against Kashner coming in. Aaron Hill's got a home run on deck. Peralta's flown out twice here today against Cash. And he flies that one into center. In the shadows, Venable makes the catch, 1 away.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Dale Thayer still warming up. Got the pink shoelaces. 1 gone for Hill. And he takes strike 1 from Kashner. Andrews allowed just the 4 hits. 2 of them, though, solo homers, including the one to Hill back in the 2nd. Solo shot by Pollock in the 3rd, and then back-to-back singles in the 6th. Before he got Paul Goldschmidt to ground into that inning-ending double play. One of the best outings of the season for Andrew Kashner here this afternoon. Still looking for some more run support, though. 1 and 2. Padres scratched one together in the 6th inning. They've had their chances against 4 different Diamondback pitchers.
Can't be afraid to go inside. And when you're going to go inside, move his feet a little bit. Be aggressive. Get it in there. See if he paints down and away here.
In the air, right field. Myers, the first baseman, giving it a look in foul territory, and it finds the first row of the seats. Jerko was there. Almonte was there. And a souvenir for the Goldschmidt fan. Pitch number 100 coming for Andrew Kashner. Two to Hill. Got him. Took something off, and Andrew Kashner strikes out Aaron Hill for the 2nd out here in the 7th.
Talk about a pitch that'll bring it to your knees. Slider way out in front. And Mrs. Cashner back in Texas. You just saw a great slider thrown by your son Andrew for the strikeout.
Some really, really good pitching today from Cashner as Pennington lifts that one in the air to deep center. Venable tracking it, and he makes the catch. A 1-2-3 7th inning for Andrew Cashner. We go to the 8th in a 1-run game, and Justin Upton will lead off for the Padres in the top of the 8th. He had a big homer in the game last night to win it. Can he help tie it up here on a Sunday afternoon? Thank you very much, Mike and Mark. Look forward to Padres Live, the post-game show. Upton, Venable, and Jerko. Evan Marshall back out on the hill for Arizona, his second inning of work. And he misses to Upton. Mom Yvonne watching here on Mother's Day. Good to see all of the Uptons in attendance. Dad Melvin Sr. is here, and brother Melvin Jr. in the Padre dugout as well. Gets the call there, 1-1. Upton, great numbers late in the game. And that, of course, includes the big homer last night in the 12th.
That spells clutch. 7th inning or later.
C-L-U-T-C-H. Clutch. Marshall's 1-2 to Upton is inside. Justin Upton at the plate. Matt Kemp in the holster for Buddy Black. If and when he decides he wants to go there.
For this game, Evan Marshall's given up 3 long balls in 12 innings.
Not a great ratio. That one's hit well on the ground, and it's a base hit. Into left field for Justin Upton, his second hit of the day. Leadoff single for the Padres here in the 8th.
Pitch thrown hard, pitch swung on and hit hard through that left side. Hard ground around home plate. And you know what? Another thing here at Chase Field, short grass, putting green like. And I don't think that's fair. I think at a ballpark like this where the ball travels, I think there's got to be a happy medium on the infield grass, and you got to grow that grass a little higher and a little thicker. Maybe a fescue.
Could do some turf management studies here and really try and figure out the situation. Check on Upton over at first.
Seriously, if it's going to fly one way, don't you think you should counter and help your pitchers out a little bit? Because there's a lot of hard hit ground balls that go through because of short grass.
Hey, you were a pitcher, weren't you?
I was.
Okay.
I impersonated one.
You played one in the big leagues? Another check on Upton, who leads the Padres in stolen bases. You got Venable with Jerko in the on-deck circle. 1-run game. Another decision for Buddy Black. Do you put something in motion?
I would like to see the runner go in motion.
Padres have stolen a few bases in this series, and another check.
I think the Asps are thinking right along with you.
Benoit has joined Thayer. Kozowicz has only thrown out a couple of would-be base stealers this year, the Arizona catcher. Asp is a snake, right? Got it. Finally a delivery to Venable, and it misses.
And with the threat of running, might call for more fastballs. That was a fastball from Marshall at 94.
Could help out the hitter.
Good count for a hit and run. Or straight steal.
Upton stays. Venable swings, and it's a ground ball to second. Pennington will apply the tag for one, and that's all they'll get as Venable hustles up the line. Quick decision had to be made by the second baseman Pennington whether he was going to try and flip to Ahmed at the base or make the tag himself. Fielder's choice, and one away.
Shuffle, secondary lead, got to go. Now the tag, plays it. That's what Justin Upton, just go right into it. He might lose the ball, the glove on contact. Going with the hard slide.
So Venable, who stole a base last time he was on, replaces Upton on the base paths with Jed Jerko at the plate. Jerko's driven in, the only run of the afternoon for the Padres. Time called. Jed hit the ball really well, an RBI double to the straightaway center field here at Chase. Starts him off with a breaking ball, missing, 1-0.
He's got to be careful with one of those breaking balls hanging it.
Andrew Kastner has pitched 7 innings. Jerko takes 1-1.
Good adjustment on that last breaking ball by Evan Marshall. First one was a hanger. That one down and away where he wanted it.
Jerko last night 2 for 3 with a double, a run scored, and the huge defensive play in the 10th inning. RBI double last time up here on Sunday. Padres trying to come from behind and take 3 out of 4 in Arizona. One to Jerko. Missing, 2 balls and a strike.
Possibility of maybe something here.
Venable stretches out the lead. Does not go, and Jerko tops it foul outside of third. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Padres second baseman. 2-2, and it's in the dirt. Gozowish thought about the snap throw. Now a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jerko. Tying run aboard for the Padres. 1 out, top of the 8th.
If you send him here, you got to beware of the punchy. Swing and a miss.
Full count. Venable does not run, and Jerko lines it into left field for a base hit.
Good at bat, Jed.
Venable stops at second base. Padres have runners on first and second, 1 out. And Alexi Amarista coming up.
Good at bat. Looks like Marshall with the breaking ball. See if he gets the foot down, hands back, and stays back just enough. And sure, he catches it out in front. Station to station baseball. Now the Padres need the extra base hit.
Now 4 hits in the last 2 games for Jerko. Amarista. Big moment in this one. Drove in an insurance run in the 12th inning last night. His first hit of the series. Intentionally walked his last time up here today. Alexi takes high, ball 1. Andrew Kashner, Darren Balsley discussing this afternoon's game, providing some encouragement to the batter Amarista as you see the Diamondbacks playing behind the base runners. Venable and Jerko stretching out their leads. 1-0 to Alexi, and a ground ball to the second baseman. Pennington flips to second for 1, on to first, double play. 4-6-3 off the bat of Alexi Amarista. Another chance for the Padres, but they cannot collect. Time the Padres are out on the field. That'll be Tuesday at 6:30 in Seattle. Final 2 games of this 9-game road trip coming up at Safeco Tuesday and Wednesday. Ian Kennedy and James Paxton, and then Bud Black announced before the game today that James Shields would start on Wednesday in Seattle, which means they're going to skip the 5th spot in the rotation with the day off tomorrow, and then finally back home to Petco. 4 against the Nats and 3 against the Cubs. So you get to see Bryce Harper and Chris Bryant on the same homestand. Dale Thayer in to pitch in relief of Andrew Kashner, who had, I think it's fair to say, one of his best starts of the season today.
No question about it. 7 innings, 6 punch outs, and no walks. Enter Dale Thayer. Pitched yesterday. He also pitched on Thursday. Third time out for the right-hander. yesterday an inning. 1 strikeout for Dale. That was in the 7th inning.
He's been good. Gozawish, Ahmed, and the pitcher's spot. One to Tuffy. That's a fastball. Strike 2.
Dale has worked scoreless innings 10 of his last 13 outings.
Gozawish takes high. Saw the numbers in the series for Gozawish. All of the hits coming in the first game. The 11-0 Arizona victory. That was on Thursday night. Friday, the Padres won a tight one, 6-5. Last night, a 12-inning win for San Diego as Gozawish lines this one to left field. That's going to get down and one hop against the wall. Upton will throw to second. Gozawish is coming, and he slides in safely with a leadoff double. Three doubles on Thursday night for Tuffy Gozawish, and he adds another one here to lead off the 8th.
Looks like Dale Thayer threw him a breaking ball and was hung up in the zone right down the middle, speeding up the bat of Gozawish. Little double toe tap, hands were back, letting the ball travel a little bit, and a nice throw by Upton out in left field, just off the base a little bit. Very good throw.
Nick Ahmed will be the batter as Darren Balsley goes out to chat with Thayer and the Padre infield. Hedges, Amarista, Jerko, Middlebrooks, Myers. Quick chat.
I'm guessing that Ahmed's going to probably be putting it down right here, getting that runner over to third base. See what he does.
Padres have held Ahmed in check. Infielders pinch at the corners as Thayer spins around to take a peek at Gozawish. Padres have out hit the Diamondbacks today 9-5 as he takes strike 1. Ender Inciarte has stepped into the on-deck circle. Ahmed showed bunt on the first pitch, pulled back, took the strike, and he pushes this one. Middlebrooks with the bare hand. Nice play. Successful sacrifice for Nick Ahmed. Nicely done by Middlebrooks, taking command of the situation, making it easier on Thayer. 1 out, runner on third.
Secondary lead by the runner on second base. Gozawish, as soon as that ball hits the ground, he is off and running. You got to make sure that ball off the bat is down to the ground. Up in the air, you're freezing. That was a nice bunt by Ahmed.
Ender Inciarte will pinch hit. 1 out, runner on third. He's hit well this season. Started last night and the first game of the series. And another defensive chat for the Padre infield.
Always have to be aware of the squeeze.
Buddy Black is going to go out, and I guess he wants to maybe check on Dale Thayer. He's motioned over to the home plate umpire, Marvin Hudson, and they're going to meet on the baseline before walking out there.
Double switch, Garces?
Yeah. So Buddy is going to go to the left-hander. Dale Thayer exits with a runner on third, 1 away. Here in a 1-run game, bottom of the 8th inning. The left-hander coming in for the Padres. Fun Mother's Day in Phoenix. Padres trying to keep this a 2-1 game in the bottom of the 8th. I like that the right field, it looks like his mom. I think that's his mom that he brought with him to the ball game. He can dance with her here in Phoenix. Infield coming in for San Diego, Frank Garces, the lefty on the pitch.
Well, when Bud Black went out, he was approached by the home plate umpire. I thought it was going to be a double switch. It is not. It's a straight up move.
And Garces misses just inside to Inciarte.
And you see the shadows. The batter's eye is half and half. Frank Garces in the shadows. The batter, Inciarte, in the sunlight. There's going to be a little bit of difficulty involved there.
All 4 infielders in for the Padres, and a ground ball just foul outside of first. Very, very close over by the bag. 1-1. Yeah, Buddy Black, when he came out to make the pitching change, he went first to the home plate umpire, Marvin Hudson. He didn't go straight out, so you thought maybe going to do a double switch.
Yes.
With the pitcher spot due up second in the 9th inning, but just a straight change.
Last outing for Frank was in San Francisco. It was back 4 days ago, back on Wednesday.
Recalled from AAA on Tuesday as Inciarte swings and misses 1-2. Lefty on lefty matchup. Right-handed hitting A.J. Pollock is on deck.
And this is where the tools of Austin Hedges comes into play as well, with the runner on third base. He does very well at blocking the ball, keeping it in front of him. That's one of the tools of his trade.
Going to do well in that runs saved by catcher stat you made up. Inciarte
Yes,
trying to hold up. The appeal to third, no swing, says Greg Gibson. That was close.
I'll guarantee you he went.
I think he held on.
I tell you.
It's an empty guarantee from you anyway. Just missing with the fastball. Hedges held it there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on third, 1 out. Inciarte pinch hitting. Frank Garces brought in to face him.
I think a nice sharp breaking ball down and away would put Inciarte away.
Just caught a piece.
This is what Frank Garces is on the club for. You get that lefty out, crunch time late in the game.
He is the only left-handed pitcher on the Padre 25-man roster. High and tight, ball 4. Breaking ball hung up on him. A 1-out walk. Runners on the corners for the Diamondbacks. At the start of today, Mark gave us the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego County Honda dealers. What do you think?
Padres play for your Madres. Cash your 7 innings. Great job. Offense, 8 hits, 1 run. Now it looks like Buddy's going to make the double switch and get to the pen early. D-backs bullpen entered the 4th. Only giving it 1 earned run.
All right, so a double switch from Bud Black and another pitching change. Runners on the corners, 1 gone. Bottom of the 8th inning, and the Diamondbacks still a 2-1 lead. Jan Hervis Solarte going to come in to play defense. Amarista to the bench. Managing time.
Hey, Mom. I just want to say Happy Mother's Day, and wish you could be here. Love you, miss you. Wouldn't be where I am today without you. So thanks for everything. Love you.
Will Middlebrooks wishing a happy Mother's Day to his mom. Moves over from third base to shortstop. Buddy Black making the double switch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brandon Maurer on to pitch. Yangervis Solarte into the game. He'll play third base. Big spot here as the Padres try and keep this a one-run game.
Brandon Maurer pitched in the 10th last night, an inning, a hit, an intentional walk.
He was on the hill for all of the defensive wizardry displayed by Amarista and Jerko. And he delivers strike one to A.J. Pollock. Couple of hits this afternoon for the Diamondbacks center fielder. As you take a look at the defensive changes made by Black. A lot of managing in this series, right?
A lot of moving parts.
Gozawish, the runner at third base. He led the inning off with a double. Was sacrificed to third by Ahmed. Inciarte walked against Frank Garces. And now Maurer, the third pitcher of the inning, to face Pollock. Popped up right side in foul territory. Should be a play for Myers. In the sun, he's having trouble. He makes the catch.
Watch that runner at third. He was twisting and turning on this one. Wow.
It's new over at first base. Mark Trumbo now with 2 outs, runners on the corners. You see the RISP stats for him. 5 for his last 10 as well. Maurer delivers, strike one. Trumbo 1 for 3, singled his last time up. Oh, 1 and a little chopper foul at the plate. 0-2. Next game Tuesday 6:30. Ian Kennedy will pitch in Seattle against the Mariners. Addison Reed the closer. Padres will travel to Seattle after this afternoon's game. Off day there tomorrow. And then against the Mariners on Tuesday and Wednesday before returning home Thursday to face the Nationals. Oh-2 from Maurer and a weak ground ball to second base. Jerko's got it, throws him out, and a nice job by Brandon Maurer coming in to get the final 2 outs of this inning. Yangervis Solarte due up second for the Padres. He'll be preceded by Austin Hedges and followed by Will Middlebrooks. Padres down 1 as we go to the 9th. of the game, Andrew Kashner, on Mother's Day with his mom Jane watching back in Texas. An outstanding start. Pitched 7 innings, allowed just 2 runs on 4 hits. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 6. Great day for Kashner, who got the big double play off the bat of Paul Goldschmidt in the 6th inning. That allowed him to come out and pitch a 1-2-3-7. Great day for Kashner, who, oh, by the way, also had a hit in 3 trips to the plate.
Just a couple of pitches that got away with him. 2 solo shots, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. Enter Addison Reed. Well, what an interesting story for the bullpen of these Diamondbacks. Only 1 save. That's right, folks. 1 save this year collectively. Last year, Reed with the Diamondbacks had 32 saves. Kind of high numbers from the right-hander.
These opportunities have been few and far between. Derek Norris pinch hitting for Austin Hedges. Well, we always hesitate when we say, oh, so-and-so is a day off.
Yeah.
Sweeping breaking ball misses, 2-0. Padres came from behind last night in the 8th inning. They added a run in the 9th off of Reed, pitching in a non-save situation. Norris pops it up right side. Goldschmidt going to give it a look, but that's going to find the seats behind the Padre dugout.
Well, everything's in the shadow now. Batter, pitcher, batter's eye, straightaway center field.
Norris had the go-ahead RBI double in the 8th last night. He also singled and stole a base. Ian Kennedy will start the next game. Matt Kemp is available off the bench. Seen him have his helmet on a couple of times today. 2-1. Norris stings it to center. Peralta going back, and he reaches up and makes the catch. Long run for Pollock in center field, but he tracked it down. Derek Norris hit the ball well, 1 away here in the 9th.
He can cover some ground out there, and Derek Norris squared that one up nicely. It's a long way to run right there.
Nice grab by the Arizona center fielder.
Yeah, he made up some ground because I think he kind of moved in at first and then retreated back.
Solarte tied the game last night. RBI double in the 8th. And he takes a fastball, strike 1 from Addison Reed. There's Matt Kemp. Will Middlebrook's spot is next. Playing shortstop at the moment. So if the Padres were to tie this and send us to extra innings and Kemp hit for Middlebrooks, could see some more defensive shuffling from Buddy Black. Don't you worry about that when you need to. Talking to Clint Barmas. He could certainly be a part of that. Saw Middlebrooks at shortstop in the bottom of the last inning. First time as a big leaguer he's appeared there. Solarte came in a double switch bottom of the last inning, and now the 1-2, and he just gets a piece. Hedges out of the game. Middlebrooks spot due next, and the former Aztec Addison Reed trying to close off the San Diego Padres and give the Diamondbacks a split of this 4-game series. Swings and misses. Gozawish will throw him out, 2 away.
Be sure to stay tuned after this one. Padres come back and win it. Padres live the postgame show Going to talk about, break down that obstruction call with Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney. Also talk about Jay Castor and Andrew Castor. Nice little feature on those two and their relationship coming up after this one. Padres Live, the postgame show. Stay tuned.
Padres down to their final out. Buddy Black sends Matt Kemp in to pitch hit for Will Middlebrooks. Kemp had a sac fly in last night's game. Today, the first time all season, he did not start. And he takes strike one. Kemp's driven in 20, including that one last night. Hits that one on the ground to third base. Hill's got it. Throws across, and the ball game is over. Addison Reed comes out to finish off the Padres in the ninth. Arizona earns a split with a 2-1 victory here this afternoon. Padres Live is coming up next. Mike Pomerantz, what do you have for us?